The session today will be about Dubai economic fundamentals and the real estate correlation. Definitely, when we talk about real estate, we cannot ignore the economic factors. We need to understand what's going on in the whole economy of the area that we are focusing on or we are investing on, because whatever happen in the economy definitely will affect sooner or later our investments. To secure our investment, we have to have a great understanding of the economy of the area, so at least we understand how it moves or what is the dynamics that affect our business in the area. My voice is clear? My voice is clear?
This is clear. It's clear.
Okay, done. So let's start now. Okay, there is main pillars the economy here in Dubai is standing on. Sorry? Sorry? Is there any note? Okay, I will complete. Okay, there is 8 pillars that this economy in Dubai is standing on. First of all, definitely the leadership. Uh, if if there is no clear vision or visionary people standing beside this city or this emirate, definitely we will not see all of the development that we are seeing now. So one of the main pillars is the reputations of the leadership that managing all of the system. In many cities in the whole world or many big economies, whatever happened with the rulers or whatever happened with the people who's taking charge of the vision will affect direct or indirect the stock market and definitely all of the hard assets in the economy. So the visionary leadership is a core part of what's going on in the economy of Dubai. And the ruler of Dubai, they understand this and they take very deep care of it. Then 2, we go to the strategic location. Dubai is pleasant to be in the middle of Europe, Asia, and Africa. And because of that, there is many economic factors is happening through that. One of them, for example, I picked this time because we have people join us from different places in the whole world. We have people join us from Saudi, we have people join us from Canada, we have people definitely here in the UAE. So the timing zone, if you are working in Dubai, is a bit aligning with the whole different places in the whole world. So it's easy to run your business from here. So the location, yes, it's a great factor that we should consider when we talk about Dubai. Then we will talk about the economic diversification. By diversification, there is many sources of fund for this economy in Dubai. There is the oil, definitely the real estate, tourism, and finance, and we cannot ignore the trade and the technology. All of these economic factors or economic source of fund is sustaining the economy in Dubai. And because of this diversification, we can say that this economy is very agile and dynamic. We can clearly understand that whenever there is any threat, economical threat in any other places in the whole world, definitely Dubai have a privilege of being dynamic and have many like streams of revenues. And because of that, there will be lots of sustainability. So many people, they refer to Dubai as a safe haven because of this, definitely because of the taxation. And we will talk about the taxation policies in this training and in many other trainings in the future. But yeah, taxation is part of it. But the main core is the diversification. Then we have a world-class infrastructure. They say any dollar you spend in the infrastructure reflects back 4 times in the economy. There is a say in the economic. They say that any penny you spend in infrastructure, you will see it 4 times in the economy. Why? Because of everyone else is having a benefits out of it. For example, when you do a good roads or a good internet connections, it means like there is lots of facilitating is happening to the other businesses that utilizing and using this internet or this roads. And because of that, Dubai understand this very, very deeply. There is the iconic landmark, and there is the transportation, and there is the sustainable urban development. And with all of this, we can say that the infrastructure in Dubai is one of a kind. If you go to any city in the world and then you come to Dubai, you will understand that they have another level of infrastructure. The quality here is something that no one can compare with almost in the whole world. Then business-friendly environment. When the business-friendly environment, again, I will talk here about the taxation. I will talk about the free zones. I will talk about the taxation. I will talk about the process. It's very easy. And I will talk about the digitalization. And I will talk about the safety and security. And I will talk about the feasibility of the connections with many, many aspects of the whole world and all of the treatment that they have it with the different businesses in the whole entire world. So definitely, it's a very business-friendly environment. And this is something for any real estate investor should understand. Why? Because when there is a business-friendly environment, it means like there is many jobs will be there. And with these jobs, the need for homes will increase. And with a friendly business environment, there will be many owners and there will be a liquidity in the market. And with this liquidity, definitely the prices of units will boost up and will increase. And because of all of this, I will say a business-friendly environment definitely is a great pillar that your investment can stand on. And I will add up for this, our sixth pillar is the tourism and hospitality. With the tourism, it means like there is lots of demand, especially for the commercial, like hotels, apartment, and Airbnb businesses, and all of this. There is huge potential in this market, and the demand is very high. And as I said in the last training we did last Saturday, the occupancy rate in Dubai, it hits a record high number comparing to the previous year to Dubai. And Dubai now stands among the top 10 cities in the whole world of the occupancy rate. And the hospitality is definitely integrated to this. And because of the tourism and the hospitality, the demand of real estate properties is rocket high, increasing. So when someone is saying and telling me that might be the prices of the units of Dubai is a little bit exaggerated, I would say because of the occupancy rate. Because of the occupancy rate is very high, so definitely the demand is increasing. And you don't expect when the demand is increasing that the prices is going down. No, the prices will keep growing in the near or like the long term because of the vision of 2040, and we will have a training about the 2040 urban plan. It will come in the previous sessions. Now let's go to number 7, innovation and technology. There is lots of investment in the innovation sector and the smart technology. One of the statistics is talking about UAE in general, saying that UAE alone investing almost 25% of the total investment in the sector of AI in the whole world. Like one country investing 25% of the total budget that invested is in the sector of AI. That alone can tell you how deep thoughts and how concentrated is this economy for the innovation and the AI. So if you are working in this field, let me tell you, definitely UAE is opening the doors for you. And we are not just talking about the AI technology, we are also talking about the blockchain and IoT, which is Internet of Things transformation in the city. And you will see many technologies of the Internet of Thing is already utilized in the homes here in Dubai. You know, when we talk about smart homes in Dubai, it's now almost a market standard. So, yeah, innovation is really helping the real estate sector in Dubai. Finally, we should focus also about the culture. You know, when you see the culture and you see the understanding of over 200 nationalities, all of them living in the same city, safe environment, respecting all of their background, respecting all of their thoughts, this is a very nice and a very friendly environment to live you and your family and all of your loved ones in it and to grow. And definitely it's a place that you should consider if you plan to live in and also if you plan to invest. So with all of this, I can say it blindly that 8 pillars is more than quite enough to sustain your business. Okay, before I go to the next slide, is there any question related to this or any add-up should consider? Is there any question? Okay, I should go to the next slide then. Okay, let me back to. Please feel free if you want to like add any notes, if you want to say anything for the, I will be very happy to hear from you. Okay. I don't know if anyone is hearing me because I don't see any feedback.
All clear. All clear.
All clear.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
done,
Yeah, everything clear. Thank you so much.
done. So now, what's going on according to 2024? According to 2024, the GDP, when we say GDP, we are talking about the economy of the country or the economy of the Emirates, basically, because here we are talking only about Dubai. So the GDP or the income of Dubai increased 3.1% since last year. On average, it's keep growing 3.1%. And the expectation for this year, by the way, is 4%, is even more than 3.1%, okay? And the GDP, the total GDP for the last nine months, it was 393.4 billion dirham. I understand that many times when you hear the number, you don't understand like how is related to your field or how is related to your investment. Honestly and clearly, when you are sitting among a healthy or a very good business environment, it means that the future of your business is more secure and more protected because of the type of the titans of the people that you will see in your surrounding. And this will help your business to grow and thrive. And in this case, we are talking about your real estate business because of the demand is keep increasing because of the economy is performing very well. And in the last days, the government started a new initiative for the new home buyers. Whoever want to buy home now in Dubai, there is lots of new initiative talking about the facilitating of the finance and all of that, which is something I can do a special session for it, telling about this program, because I believe it will help lots of the first-time buyers in Dubai. Okay? The population increased by 4%, okay? And it's now 3.8 million. And the expectation is by the end of this year, it will be 4 million. So most probably the number of 5.7 or 5.8 that they are planning in the urban plan, which is I spoke about it in the last session, it will be most probably more than 7 million at the end of the plan when they do it, because of the conservative numbers is 5.7, okay? But the actual number is, the expectation is saying is more than 7 million, okay? And by the increase of the population, definitely it will equal increase for the demand for the properties for real estate. So whenever someone is telling you that they are building a lot, I would say that there is many people coming where they are going to live, okay? Now let's talk about the global FDI. Global FDI is talking about the international investment. FDI is referring to the international investment. In the international investment, Dubai is number 11th in the total world by $31 billion inflows of investment. It means like this is the investment being invested by foreigners from outside Dubai. They are willing to invest $31 billion coming to the economy. With this $31 billion, you can imagine the kind of business, of the kind of the growth is going to be there, which is something remarkable and need to be addressed in your plans. Now, let me talk about the major sectors that performed in the Dubai economics for the last year in 2024. So we have the like the wholesales and retails, and we have the transportation, and we have the financial services, real estate, information and communication, and definitely the manufacturing. You can see real estate is number, like it's here. I don't know if you see the arrow or not, okay? You can see real estate is here. The number of real estate is a bit high comparing to the others, and we are expecting this number to increase, because now the numbers for the real estate is showing in the graph, like as I showed you in the last presentation, it's keep growing based on the plan that Dubai have in the vision, okay? So the wholesale and retail trade, the increasement is almost 3%. It's 2.9%. This is the increasement that it add up for this sector. And for the transportation and storage, the number now is 42.14 billion dirham, and it's increased by 5.3%. It's the highest growth rate, okay? And for the financial sector, definitely the increasement is 4.5%, and the number is 39.44 billion. Definitely, we are talking here with the AAD, which is dirham. Okay. Now let's talk about the real estate sector. So the real estate sector, the sector itself increased by 3.6%. Okay, this is what's add up, and the total amount of it until now is 27.29 billion. Okay, so this is for the traditional investment. We are talking about the real estate economy in Dubai for the last period, and definitely there is lots of transactions is coming more in this year, because this year is achieving even a higher numbers than what happened in the last year. So you can see clearly that there is a strong performance in the whole sectors, and this is showing a positive numbers for the whole economy. And definitely this number we talked about of the growth is not happening by coincidence. It happened because of the accumulated of all of these sectors performing very well. Okay, now let's go to the growth of the GDP. As I said, is 3.1, the economic expectation. and the growth for the property appreciation. By appreciation, we are talking about the increasement of the value of the property itself. We are not talking about the revenue streams coming from rentals. We are talking about the increasement of the value of the asset, not the money coming from operating this asset. Okay? So the value of the asset itself increased on average for total Dubai 17%. By the way, 17% is the total number, but there is an asset in Dubai increased by over 22% and even higher than this. Some of the assets, not all of them, definitely. Okay, but the average is 17% for the whole sector. And the volume increase, by the volume increase, we are talking about the amount of the transactions and the amount of the money injected on the sector is increased by 42%. Okay? So it's a very active market these days, which is something that should be considered. Okay, now let me go here to the graph. I don't know if you see the arrow or not. You can see the graph showing. Now let's start with the green one. You can see the transaction volume. It's increasing year by year significantly and clearly. And this is even the numbers of 2024. The numbers now for 2025, the expectation is even higher. Okay? And the real estate price is increasing in a sustainable way. And definitely the growth of the GDP is growing, but with less numbers, because now we are not talking about one sector. We are talking about the accumulate of all of the sectors together, which is something, the movement for it is not going to be easy like one sector. Okay? So statistically, this is the situation, how it goes. The population increased, as I said before, by 4%, and the FDI inflows is 31 billion. Business growth is very strong, especially with what's going on in the free zone sector. It's attracting lots of investors from all over the world, and definitely even the people who have entrepreneurial mentality. They are starting to hit the market to invest heavily inside Dubai itself. Infrastructure investment is increasing by 2.2%, which is a very healthy number. And definitely it's a healthy number because it's helped all the other sectors to increase by the investment of the infrastructure. Tourism growth. As I said before, hospitality demand is very high, and because of that, you will see many people doing a great investment on the hospitality. Let's talk about this. For example, since last year to this year, the increasement of the rooms for the hotels available in the market increased by 3,000 units, 3,000 units, and still the occupancy rate for it was 78%, which is a high number comparing to many cities in the whole world. So the number is high and the demand is high and the tourism is coming. And because of that, now Dubai is soon going to open the biggest airport in the whole world. And still, the airport that they have now is one of the most occupied airport, if it's not the most occupied airport in the world. Okay? There is a simple economical rule saying by every increasement of 1% in the GDP of the growth, there is between 5 to 6% increasement in the real estate prices sector. Okay? So if we are saying that the expectation is 3.1 to 4%, then definitely we are talking, if we are taking the worst scenario, so we are expecting between 15 to 20% increasement in the asset value, which is the appreciation in this year. So the numbers is very juicy, very decent comparing to whatever going in the whole world, as we said, and we see it in the last presentation. So before I go now to the second part of the presentation, Is there any question, any note, anything need to be added up? Something one of our joiners here want to say? Clear so far. Okay, I will continue. So now, in the Dubai real estate market, in 2024, the growth, again, as I said, it was 17%. The number of the transactions increased by 42% comparing to the previous year, okay? And the transaction, it was 169 transaction, okay? And the average comparing to what's going on in 2009 and until 2024, the increasement, it was almost 90%, which is a record high increasement, by the way. And now even the number is increased again, because the average now is 1,700 on average for the price per square feet. So the prices again is increased, and soon we will see the statistics for the second quarter of this year. I will try to share it soon with you after the report is being released, which is we are expecting in the next days it will be there. Okay, so we have almost 47 months continuous in growth, which is something did not happen, I don't know since when. And I know many people are saying like there will be a correction, prices cannot keep going like this all the time and all of that. But according to what's going on in the economy, no, the prices is going up because of the demand is going up. If anything happened with the demand or happened with the pillars or happened with the financial like status or the details of the finance, maybe we will start to see some correction or something like that. But as long as everything is going in the same track, I don't see any correction coming soon. And honestly, I met some of the clients last year, and some of them, they are saying, Wallah, you will see the second month of 2025, you will call me and you see you were right, the prices is dipping down. And until now, I didn't see the prices dipping down. I see it's just going up. And I don't know like why he was so sure, because according to the data I'm showing you now, there is nothing supporting this kind of allegations. Okay, so Emaar is the market leader in Dubai. Emaar, when you talk to Emaar, definitely they will tell you it's a fully private company. But everyone in the market is referring to Emaar as a semi-government company. And at the end of the day, Emaar is a major player in the market here in Dubai and considered one of the biggest player in the market of real estate in the entire world. Emaar, definitely, they are the one who built Burj Khalifa and built most of the known aspects of Dubai. So Emaar is a big player in Dubai. Damak is the biggest private developer in Dubai, which is building also lots of communities, many luxury products in Dubai is always related to Damak. With Shoba, you will always talk about quality, known about that, and luxury. And many people know Shoba as a great developer. And Azizi is a rising performer, as we said here, and it's going very fast in the market. They are selling a lot in the market, and now they came up with their second community. The first one was Azizi Rivera, and now the second one is Venice. And we said, like we see it in the last days, that Venice was selling a lot, like was going very well in terms of sales. So the transactions for Emaar, it was over 17,200, and they acquired 15.8% of the market share. I think now in this year, the market share for Emaar will increase back again because they lost some of their market share in the last year, but they launched lots of projects in this year. So I think their market share will start to increase again as it was in the previous year. With the Mac, their market share increased. It's 9.7. Most of this because of there is very nice communities they launched in the previous year, in the last year. We can talk about Sun City. We can talk about the Mac Island. It was a very nice project, and many people were happy with the deals that they did with the Mac properties in this like communities. Especially also Riverside, okay? And again, with Shoba, the market share is almost sustained, not increasing, but they are doing very well. And the transaction is 9,100 transaction. And with Azizi, the number is increasing, again, because of the communities that they are launching, like Azizi Venice. So now let's talk about the luxury market highlights. Dubai is always about luxury. Like when anyone talk about Dubai, they are always referring to the type of luxury living, rich people, and all of the status that the name of Dubai is coming with. The highest sale in 2024, it was 275. By the way, we are here talking about a penthouse. We are not talking about a full building or something like that. If we are talking about a full building, there is even higher numbers than this. But when we talk about a penthouse, it's a huge number for a penthouse. And there is also in December, one villa being sold with 200 million. So the records are always breaking in this sector, and there is a high demand, and many rich people are willing always to invest in Dubai with this kind of investment. So for the ultra luxury segment, we are always referring to the villas or units that above 50 million. Okay, in this segment, there is no many players, but there is a lot of them doing a great job, and you will find one-of-a-kind pieces here in Dubai. Definitely, if you visit the Palm or you visit Marina and some of the private islands, you will see a great pieces, which is one of a kind, really. Okay? So the registered loan mortgage, because Dubai, as we said before, doing very good in terms of finance products, or the field of finance is doing very well. You will see lots of products like the mortgage is performing above the markets in the entire world. So you will see most of the facilitation you need to invest to buy a property is there. Definitely there is a registrations and there is some due diligence need to be done, but it's there. All of the metrics you need to finance your property is available. And if you need any help with your mortgage, we have a very good mortgage advisors can help you with that. And the number of the mortgage being done is a record high. Again, it's increased by 30.2% from 2023. It become 63.6 thousand, which is a very positive number when you see it coming. Now let's talk about the policies, little bit about the policies in Dubai. When you register a property, then the government is taking from you 4% of the value of the property as a fees. One time it will pay, and this is the registration fee for the property. So everyone knows that there is no taxations in the properties in Dubai. But now I will dip a little bit deeper to show how is a bit of taxation is there for a specific type of units. So there is VAT on the payments, but there is no rental income taxation. So when we say there is no taxation, we are talking about a rental income taxation. There is no taxes on the rental income taxation. But the registration fee, as we said here, is 4%, okay? And there is also no wealth taxation. What we mean by wealth taxation? Wealth taxation, it means like uh, there is some in some countries, some registration is that they are taking a taxes of the total wealth you have, like assets and inventory and liquidity, all of it. They calculate all of it and they take taxation on it. In Dubai, we don't have this kind of taxation. And also, there is no inherited taxation. Like if someone died and he passed his property to his successors, definitely there is no taxation on that. But the VAT is there. And there is also the VAT is for the commercial. If your property not commercial, you will not be taxed. But if it's commercial, you will be taxed on that. Okay. In the free zone, you can get a full ownership for the ownership of your business, and there is some areas in Dubai non local or non GCC cannot invest on it, which is not freehold. But with the freehold, because of that, we always ask for everyone to verify, is it a freehold or non-freehold area or a leasehold area, because this is the main three types. We will talk about it when we talk about the regulation in the future training. Okay, but your foreign investment, it will be totally 100% owned by you in the free zone. And there is details will be for the taxation, okay? And if your property owned by a company, not owned by you as an individual, it will be taxable under the capital gain taxes for the individuals that earning more than 375 AAD dirham. So that's why from the beginning, when you start to do any investment related to real estate, you need to sit with someone to structure your plan of the investment. So at least he will reduce the hustle in your head related to taxation, related to all of that, so we can do it and facilitate it very easy. Last but not least, visa programs. There is the golden visa program. It will give you 10 years and it's renewable. And there is also a 5-year multi-entry visa program, and there is 10-year residency visa program, and it's very attractive for the people who's from outside planning to come to Dubai and live here or invest here. I'm stressing on the FDI or inflows from outside many times because this thing is important. This thing referring for all of you who's injecting money from outside, but mainly focus with other countries' investment. Like when another country invested in another economy, it's included mainly in this FDI like factor. Okay. Again, just to remind you, 31 billion investment in 2023, ranked number 11, which is we got more than 6,700 new millionaires coming to the country. And now the number is even higher in this year. Believe me, the number is very, very high. And the type of the people, it's not just the amount of the people, even the type of the people and the amount of the wealth Dubai is attracting is increasing year by year. Okay, so Dubai, it become a part of BRICS. What is BRICS? BRICS is like a type of a union being done by different countries like Russia, China, and definitely Saudi is part of it now. India is a part of it now. Brazil is a part of it now, and now even UAE is joining to BRICS. With BRICS, there is lots of facilitating of investment and attracting lots of investors from these countries, and with that, it will open a lot of opportunities. Okay. Also, with Dubai, you will find many partnership and agreements with many countries that facilitate your business, and it will help it to thrive and increase. And UAE, in the vision of like 2031, refers to the trade, technology, and manufacturing, and all of the financial services. You will see there lots of tools and agreements that help your business to grow and thrive. Okay, before I go deeper, is there any question here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the explanation. My question is, in case of I buy a collaborative under my company, and
Okay.
you say there it will be taxation when the earning is exceeded 3,700, yeah? Okay.
Yes.
This,
Yes.
this will count as a separate counting, or it will be add to my company another earnings.
No, it will be added to your company earnings, because basically, uh, if the asset is bought under the company name, so the company is earning from this asset, and any increasement of the value of this asset, or any money coming to the company through this asset, it will be added to your total amount of income, and it will be taxable because of the company earning is taxable.
That means affect the general earning of the company, yeah? As a part,
Yes.
even the earning is less than 370, maybe if 100 also, it will be added to the company earning, yeah? Like that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Because of now, this is an asset and it will increase your earnings. So they will add it to your earnings, and then they will see it if it's exceed the number of like, it will be taxable or not.
Okay. Okay, there also I have another question, if possible. In the
Yes.
in the case of the capital for developers, I think you
Yes.
mentioned that Emar and Damas, then Toba and Azizi.
Yes.
What is mean this share figures? That means
Sorry,
what that
your
mean? That
voice is a
this
little bit far. What is what?
okay for the share numbers that which you mentioned in the four developers from the total developers in UAE.
Yeah.
Does that mean this is the major share numbers that only, or this means the another developer share are less than 2% for the total share?
See, related to the developers, okay, now these developers sold many units. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that they are better than the other developers or they are worse than the other developers. It's just evaluating the amount of revenues that they achieve of sales, or the amount of deals that they did in the last year. Okay? But there is many major developers. You will not see them in this list. For example, Omniat is a major developer. You will not see in this list. Ellington is a major developer, but you cannot see it in this list. There is Bengati is doing very well. You cannot see it in this list. There is many other developers. They are doing very well, but you are not seeing in this list. And by the way, this list is referring to the data of the last year. Now the data of this year, it will be totally changed, because now there is many other developers are going very fast. For example, Imtiaz is doing very well in this year. There is Beyond is doing very well in this year. Like there is many other developers are performing very well. Bengati again also is doing very well this year. Okay, so and the data is keep changing, and that is normal because of the competition of the market and the dynamic of the market. The good thing is you can find the data always, and you will find it fresh and updated. That's why I said soon we will see the new numbers of the 2025. Okay, for the second quarter of 2025. But what I'm referring here in the training is the previous data for the last year in 2024. But definitely there is a change in the new data. Okay?
Okay.
Any other question? Okay, I will complete then. So, safe haven, because of what's going on in the other countries, like political issues and all of this, so Dubai is considered as a safe haven. For example, when the Russian and Ukraine conflict started, many of the Russian and the Ukrainian came to Dubai as a safe haven. Again, when China have a problem with their market property fluctuating happen, many of the Chinese investors start to invest in Dubai heavily. You will see lots of them invested in Creek Harbor heavily. Also, when there is any problem in the European market, now you will see people from UK are running here to Dubai to invest. Also, people from Germany, they are investing a lot in Mina Rashid project. And again, Egypt, Turkey, and you can name it. Whenever there is any problem happen politically in around the world, Dubai is one of the main destinations that people are running to at least to feel more safe and secure. Okay, the market dynamic, as we say, the population dynamic is increasing by 4%. The projections for 2026 will be 4 million, and the target by 2040 is 5.8, and I'm telling you it will be 7.8. Most probably it will be more than 7. Okay, according to the numbers, and now even they are changing the numbers to focus for the 7. But I took in my calculation the lowest number that they are planning on. So if we are achieving only now in 2026 4 million, then definitely in 2040 we will achieve more than that number. Okay. Now the growth rate is 2.7. Our total growth rate is more than 2.7. Now let's talk about global changes. There is escalating for the disputes in the global, like this is one of the major issues. The tariff, what happened in the tariffs, definitely between China and US is affecting the total market. But for Dubai is again benefiting from that, because many Chinese and many investors from India, they start to do their manufacturing here in Dubai, so they can reduce the tariff on themselves, which is also Dubai is gaining again, because the number of the tariffs that put in Dubai, it was 10%. So many of the people from China and the people from India, they are considering Dubai as a safe haven, as we said before, and they are considering to do more investment here. OPEC Plus, OPEC is the organization that organizing the production of the oil in the whole world. So whenever there is any changes in the production for OPEC, definitely because UAE is part of OPEC Plus, they are affected by these regulations and laws. And these regulations and laws are affecting the oil industry inside Dubai. But again, because of the market is dynamic and we have many revenue streams, as we said before, and the pillars, so the effect will not be that huge, especially for a country that have many revenue streams, or we are talking about an emirate here in Dubai especially, okay? Oil price change. When there is any change in the oil price, definitely the economy will be affected, as we said in the OPEC Plus. and also if there is any problem in the global trade. Like, for example, when what happened with Iran recently, definitely it affected the business. But again, because Dubai have a clear vision, because they have a nice plan and they have a very good connections with all of the countries and cities around it, it's considered again, as we said here, as a safe haven because they arrange all of that. And it goes back to what we said in the beginning, as a very good leadership can help you to manage and sustain what's going on in the country. Okay. Now let's talk about UAE comparing to the performance. Okay, global performance. So UAE considered between 3.6 to 4% GDP growth for the year of 2023 and 2024, and 30% above of the average global rate. This number is above 30% of the global rate. Okay, and it's considered number 3 in the FDI, and here we are talking about UAE. Okay, we are not talking about only Dubai. So it's considered number 3 in terms of getting international investors on board. Definitely, because when we talk about UAE in total, we are considering what's going on in Abu Dhabi, we are considering what's going on in Iraq, we are considering what's going on in all of the other Emirates. Okay, and there is 6.2 global investment is happening in the market. So the market itself, as UAE in general, is healthy. We are not just talking about the numbers of Dubai, which is something considered to be a good factor, that everyone who's planning to invest here, that yes, this is a very safe and secure area comparing to other areas if anything happen in the world, for God's sake. Now, let's talk about long-term economic outlook. Okay? The expectation for the GDP, according to the plan that they have it for 2033, is to 2x the economy, to double the GDP, what they have it now. And when we say 2033, we are not talking about a very far time from now. Okay? And there is a document, is D33. You will find in the D33 economic agenda, all of these details is mentioned there and it's broken down there. And we can talk about it and clarify it in the future, because we will have a session about the urban plan 2040. And I can mention one session also if there's D33 if needed, by you can vote for that. If you are interested for this, we can do it. It's okay, no problem. Okay, and again, as I said before, the population increasement is coming according to the plan, and the numbers expected to be even higher than this number. Okay, now the main projections is 3.6% increasement, which is 30% higher of what's going on in the global market. And honestly, when we are saying this number, it's not just the numbers. It shows the dedication. It shows what's going on with the economy that will help our real estate sector. Okay. Key strategic details need to be addressed. Okay. So in between 2025 to 2027, there is lots of expansion in the infrastructure. By this, we are talking about the metro lines, and we are talking about the Al Maktoum Airport. Okay, so there is lots of investment is going to be in the area of Dubai South and all of the areas that the Metro Blue Line is moving on. For example, also Creek Harbor. There is lots of businesses going to be there. So whoever invested in Creek Harbor or invested in the places that the Blue Metro Line is moving through, or definitely in Dubai South, he will gain lots of income in the future. Then we will have between 2027 to 2030, lots of technology integration. With technology integration, there is many plans for smart cities. By smart cities, we are talking about cities that utilize AI technology and utilize the environment, which is helping a quality of living with a better understanding of the nature. Between 2030 to 2033, the economic diversification will start to thrive. So there will be lots of focusing on manufacturing and financial services. Whoever lived in Dubai will know that now the government is slowly moving the manufacturing areas from the old areas like Al-Quds. They are planning to move the places from Al-Quds to other places. And we will talk about it when we start to talk about the commercial sector, because there is lots of talk about the commercial sector. And definitely we will dive in about every areas and what's going on in every area and what the kind of investment is going there from the government side and what is the expectation of the area. Again, we will go back between 2025 to 2028. The population will grow. The expectation is to reach 4.5 million before, at the end of 2028. Then in 2020 to 2028 and between 2020 to 2032, the sustainability focus will be there. The government said that there will be no more lands for like to live in. There is no more plots to be offered from the government side. Most of the country or most of the city or most of the emirate, it will be greenery, and they will try to invest more in the energy, in the green energy and the sustainable economy. So that's why there will be lots of investment on that. And most probably, this is one of the main factors why the plots prices are increasing, and definitely the prices of the properties is increasing also. By 2032 to 2040, they are planning to be a global leader. And this is the main of the vision that they have it for Dubai. So whoever plan to live inside a global leadership emirate, yes, you should consider to think about what's going on in Dubai, and if you want to live here inside Dubai. And believe me, if you go back to the history and you saw the amount of visions and plans they put and how many of them they nail it and they did it on time, you will have enough trust on those people who's doing this kind of activities and plans that they achieve what they are saying. Okay? The real estate demand, it will be increased because of the population. And the infrastructure, it will increase the price of these properties. And Dubai is enhancing her global status. So definitely many people from all over the globe will start to compete even more, and they will be more eager to come here to live inside Dubai. And I'm not saying this because I'm promoting Dubai. I'm saying this because the data is saying this. And I'm saying this because the vision is saying this. And I'm saying this because the history is documenting this, and it's showing that this is what's going to happen. So let's now talk about investment opportunities. Okay? If your market entry is between 20 to 25, this is your market entry. So we need to understand what is like the strategies is there for you. There is strategy number one is buy and hold strategy, which is the most safest strategy that anyone in the real estate market is working. And by the way, I'm always understand that this is the one that will suit anyone who's afraid of doing real estate investor or he's new in this sector. The focus will be in the established area like downtown or Marina, because there's always demand there and the quality there is there and the occupancy rate is very high. So it's almost that rental is very easy to achieve. Okay, especially if you did it as a holiday homes. You will get a benefit from the rental income. There will be an appreciation, but the appreciation will not be very high. So if your plan is getting an ROI, revenue streams coming from the rentals, yes, these areas is mature areas and it's easy for you to get rentals here. And definitely you also can consider JVC as a place also to do your investment if you are considering ROI. Okay, 5 to 10 years in horizon investment. This is something you should consider. So don't go for the old buildings. Go for a decent buildings so you can get a very sustainable investment plan. Then let's go to the office space investment. The expectation is between 10 to 15%. Again, you will focus to business pay. It's very near to downtown, only across the road. And the IFC. The IFC is like, let's say it's a financial hub. The demand is high. It's a long-term lease agreements. Usually you will do for this one. Why they are saying medium risk? Because the investment you will do in the offices is little bit higher than the investment you will do in the apartments. Okay, and again, there is no many available offices for sale. The demand is very high in the offices sector. Like just today, I was talking to someone, and I said, according to statistics, they said that the occupancy rate for offices in Dubai, it hit 92%, which is a crazy number. So whoever looking for an office inside Dubai, he is really suffering to find an empty office, decent one in Dubai. Usually the option is you will go to the business centers or business hubs until you find one. But it's not easy to find a decent office with a decent price in Dubai. And because of there is a lack in availability, the amount of available offices is not big, you will see the prices is very high. It's not cheap at all. Okay, comparing to Dubai standards. But if you compare it to other cities, no, it's a reasonable price. Okay, then we'll go to the off-plan investment. In the off-plan investment, it's between 15 to 25%, the potential ROI. Definitely, you will focus on new development areas, and the payment plans will be like easier for you because you don't need to put the total amount of investment. But you should consider between 2 to 3 years ahead in your investment. This is before you get the unit. And from my side, I highly recommend whoever buy an off-plan investment, you should consider to keep it with you at least for 6 to 8 months after it delivered, because in this period, many people are selling. So when they finish their selling, then you can sell your property with a very high price comparing to the market, which is better than get to the fight of who's selling less and all of this drama, because when many people are offering at the same time, that is not healthy for you to get a decent price in the market. Okay, then there is the retail investment. The potential ROI is between 12 to 20%. Definitely, it's very high risk, but the ROI is very high also. Okay, and it's driven by the tourism and also an F&B, the lifestyle of the rentals, and the market like culture and all of that. Why I say it's high comparing to the others? Because it's not just related to the market factors. It's related to you also and how you run this like retail investment. So I will go with like either the first one is the easiest one, or like the first, let's say the first three ones, because the last one is not providing you like higher ROI. So why to risk it? Like why to increase your risk if you are not gaining more? So the cost of opportunity lost for me is higher in this one. So when we talk about established areas, there is downtown, Dubai Marina, Palm Jumeirah. These areas are sustainable, already established. We know what's going on in it, and it's easy to understand and like analyze what's going on. There is emerging districts. By emerging, it means like it's growing very high. It's like Dubai South, Hamad bin Rashid City, MBR, and also there is Al Furjan. These areas are moving very fast, and the demand is very high there. And whoever work there will gain very good gains. In the luxury segment, we will have Emirate Hills, we will have Jumeirah, Bay Island, and we will have one in the Palm Jumeirah, definitely. This is a premium market. The price is very high, and the type of people you will see there is ultra luxury people. They are focusing in that area. And when we talk about areas that gain from the infrastructure, so definitely Expo City is gaining because of the infrastructure. And there is also Dubai Creek Harbor gaining because of the infrastructure. And Blue Waters definitely gain because of the infrastructure. So definitely every unit, we need to study it alone. But these areas considered one of the safest area. And if I add JVC for the ROI, it will be also a very good deal. And if I add also Dubai Land, because Dubai Land and JVC are performing very high in this year. Most of this data is collected according to the data of the last year. But when I say JVC and Dubai Land, I'm talking about what's going on according to the market now in the updates. Okay. So let's do a small risk assessment. Is the market sustainable? Yes, the market is sustainable. So this is a low risk. Okay, let me talk about the price. Like, is there a changes in the price? Yes, there is a change in the price, but it's normal. It's moderate. It's not very high and it's not very low. So it's moderate and it's good. So you can make gains with a decent amount of risk. You don't need to increase the risk way high. Okay, let's say about liquidity. According to what I said, like I mentioned, the investment coming from outside many times, it's 31 billion. Okay. And definitely also the liquidity inside the market for the people who want to invest inside the market. And we can add also the initiatives that coming from the government. These initiatives also help to have a very good liquidity in the market. So you can find easily a buyers, and which is good for you if you want to liquidate your property. Then the global factors, because of all the agreements I mentioned before, and because of the situation that I mentioned about the location and the leadership and all of the details. So I can say that the global factors is moderate, like is not a high risk for you to keep it in mind. So according to these factors, I can say that it's a very good time to do your move in this market. Okay. This is a small graph. It will show you what's going on in the opportunities in the market. Okay. So there is a great policy support. The market cycle is healthy and is doing well. The economy is growing, population is growing. There is a good investment in the infrastructure, I said before, and the global demand is increasing. So it's an optimal time to invest in this market. So now let's talk about what's items for investors. So you should do a market research and a due diligence for the market. And definitely you should analyze your financial and understanding if you want to do it through the banking and if you want to do it in a payment plan or you want to pay it at cash. Then there is the location, also need to be sorted. In the short term, there is a strategic acquisition and there is a portfolio diversification. And I'm talking now between 2020 to 2025. If you did your due diligence and you start your business now, you should consider in the future that your portfolio should be diversified. Okay? And you should understand where is your market entry point. You should have it in your mind. For the long term, between 2027 to 2033, there is lots of work should be done in the portfolio optimization. We will talk in the future about the portfolio because lots of details should be mentioned there and lots of calculation be mentioned there in the optimization for the portfolio. And we should understand that the values and the strategies we need to use at these plans. And definitely, there should be a clear exit plan for you. If, God's sake, anything happen, you need to understand how you exit from this investment. Okay, before I go to the key takeaways and to the next step, any question, anything, any notes, anything from you guys want to add up? Complete? Okay. I'll keep going. So, key takeaways. Annual price growth is 17%. FDI inflows is 31 billion. And GDP is expected to be 2x in 2033. There is strong economic fundamentals, which is 8 very strong pillars helping the economy to grow. The GDP is 3.1% growth, and the economy is diversified, and there is a strategic location is helping this business or this investment to grow. The market performance is increasing for the last 47 months in a row, which is something that historically never happened, which is a great thing to be in. 169 transaction, which is an increase of 42%, very strong correlation with economic indicators, and there is a record breaking in the luxury market activities. It's an investment friendly environment. Why? Because there is no wealth or inheritance or property taxation. Residential properties is excluded from the VAT. You can get 100% foreign ownership for the properties. And there is also the Golden Visa program. Also, one of the things should be mentioned is that according to the agenda of D33, the target is 2x for the GDP, and the population growth should be to 5.8 million by 2040. Also, there is a massive investment happening in the infrastructure, and there is an enhanced going to do for the positioning in the global market because of the plan they are having. So, what you should keep in mind? You should conduct a detailed market research in the area. You should do a secure for the financing to understand what is the situation. Build your network in the real estate to understand what's going on, and you should also visit, if possible, the potential areas that you want to invest on and understand all of the legal requirements. You can find many informations through monthly market updates because it's there online, it's provided by the government, and investment webinars like the one we are doing now. And you can ask the consultant from the consultants, which is something, if you want, you can contact us and I can do this happily with you. And also there is lots of investors communities you can access to do your research. And real estate markets, there is lots of digital tools. It will help you to thrive in this one. This is basically your journey to your investment in this sector. So now the presentation formally is done. So I will be so happy to hear again if there is any questions, any notes, any information need to be added. I don't know if is it all clear or there is something need to be added or any question, any note?
I have
Just
one
one
question.
question.
Yes.
So can you please just repeat, if I am looking for a residential property, which area should I be looking for in the current market? What is your recommendation?
Okay. This is a very wild question. And why? You
Mhm.
want it for to live in or do you want it for investment?
I want to do an investment.
Investment. Are you planning for appreciation? Like, do you want to buy to resell or you want to buy to rent it?
Probably for renting it so that I can, like, anyways, I might have to take a mortgage for it. So if it is coming for rent, and that rental income can also help me in paying the EMI back.
Okay. What is the budget you are aiming for? Like, is it an entry level or
Entry level
something?
for sure. Entry level for sure.
Definitely, then I will say for you, it's either JVC or Dubai Land.
Okay.
For this one, is either JVC or Dubai Land, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because these two, they will
Mm-hmm.
give you the least price and they
Mm-hmm.
have one of the highest ROIs. Like you have in Dubai Land, very high ROI. Now, by the
Okay.
way, in this month,
Mm.
also Silicon, the area of Silicon, the ROI increased a lot, okay? And
I
also
heard
JVC.
something from the department that they are offering new option for like first time
That's true.
investor.
That's true. There is a new program
Mm-hmm.
regarding the new investors. If you want, I can help you with that. That is easy. There is many
Mm-hmm.
many details regarding the new owners. Okay, and the program is facilitating how to get the funds and all of this. And
Mm-hmm.
usually, when they start to do this kind of programs in the beginning, the programs become easy and they open
Mm-hmm.
the doors. But definitely, when people start to like basically
Too much flow
using
will be
the
there.
program and every
Mm-hmm.
time it become harder. So definitely if you are aiming for this, I will really recommend to do it fast.
Okay. So in that program, actually, you'll be getting much cheaper price. Is that the whole point of it, or what? Or they are helping it to get it done easier? That's what they're doing to do.
Well, they said both. Definitely every developer have his own strategy. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them, they will say they will give you a discount. By the way, don't expect the discount to be very high. Usually when you are talking about gold, no one is giving 50% discount on a gold. The
True
same for
that. True that.
properties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is impossible to happen. But you will get facilitation and you will get cheaper properties. But if you are aiming for rentals, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't recommend for you to go to the developers. You will go to the
Okay.
second
Secondary market. Hello. Hello.
land. You can get appreciation, yes, because there is many projects coming. But in JVC is
Mm.
not like before. Before it was good with appreciation. Now the ROI is high. You are getting an average if you are not
Mm-hmm.
doing a holiday homes above
Mm-hmm.
7%, which is a
Mm-hmm.
very decent ROI. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Any other question?
Yes, I have
Um,
one.
yes.
Actually, I was going to ask you about the visas and so on, which is depends on the ownership of the properties. Isn't I have to pay like the full amount after that I can get, or if it is eligible for the offline properties, after that I can get like golden visa or investor visa?
For the Golden Visa program, if you already got your عقودي, you can start to submit. It's okay. And some of the developers, like for example, let's say Damak, they used to have a program that they even by themselves is doing for you the papers even before you get the عقودي. Okay, so some of the developers they do this facilitation, but the normally when you got your عقودي, you can start to do submit, and even sometimes even with your SBA you can start to do your paper. But you have to keep in mind, if you submit this property for the Golden Visa program, this property will be blocked for this purpose. So it means if you want to resell this property, you will lose your Golden Visa. So you need to block another property for it, or you can get a normal visa. Okay?
Okay, what about the investor visa for 2 years?
Sorry, your voice is cutting. What
I was
about what?
asking about 2 years investor visa. It is the same condition?
No, for the investor visa is different than the golden visa, because they have a minimum of 2 million for the investment. Okay. For the investor visa, they will definitely go through the paper of the investment and all of the details of it. It's a little bit different than the golden visa, but it's doable. But again, if your visa is connected with your property, it means like if you lose your property, you cannot keep the visa. This is the tricky part. Okay, but the paper for it is easy. And if you need any help with it, like you have a planning for this one, I have a very good connections with many PROs who's doing this paperwork, and they can help you with it. So it's not that hard to do it.
Okay, thank you.
No worries, no worries. So anything else? Okay. It seems like there is no any other question. Okay, let us meet next week. Again, we will start our training next week at 5. Hopefully, I added some information that is value for you. And I wish to meet you next week. And you can contact with all of your friends and the people you feel like this training might add for them. Thank you very much. See you next week. I really enjoyed to have you here. Thank
you,
you.
Muhalab. Thank you, Muhalab, for your effort. Hopefully next week we'll have more and more people to join us. Appreciate your excellent the explanation of all the market in Dubai. Thank you.
Thank you. One last thing. I will be so happy and glad if you please put a very nice feedback in my Google reviews. That will help this program to keep going, and I will be so happy with it. By the way, most probably Monday we will publish the last training that we did in the last week. It will be published most probably in Monday, and you can download it from the website. Okay. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Muhalab.
Thanks, Muhalab. See you next week.
See you next week.